right. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Happy new moon in Gemini. Happy new moon in Gemini. Say hey when you're hopping on. Let me know you're here. I am here to help you guys tonight understand how this new moon in Gemini is starting a new cycle for you. I'm here to offer support to the big transitions that you're going through right now because I know you are. I know you are. And I'm here to just help you guys connect to your higher power and be given that space for healing. So say hey when you're hopping on. Let me know you're here. I'm going to be pulling cards tonight. Let me make sure that everything is doing the things that it needs to be doing. New moon in Gemini. Hey, everybody hopping on. How are you guys tonight? Let's talk about this new moon in Gemini. Let's discuss. You know, Gemini energy is so funny because it's duality, and you might be feeling that sense of split energy where, like, you're like, yeah, I feel great. And I see the other side of the coin. And I want to talk about how to deal with that type of energy that comes up with Gemini and how confusing it can be to feel like, oh, this thing, but also that thing, and how to accept that it is both and more. And I want to talk about how we can just stay grounded when all of our mental energy is being activated, and how important it is to meditate at this time and clear your energy at this time. Gemini is the sign of mind control, so keeping that in mind as well. And it's a very stimulating time. It can be a very stimulating time, and when we're stimulated, we can feel really dysregulated, especially when we're here to create a new self and a new sense of self. And everything that's coming up right now is to push us towards the dreams that we've been dreaming for a really long time. And there's no guarantee. There's really no guarantee that you will, in fact, fulfill your dreams. Um, because it's up to you. And it's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to use your power to make that happen. Um, the collective energy is dense right now, like truly dense. It's heavy. There's a lot of heavy things going on. There's a lot of mind control being pushed out right now. And there's a lot of things that are really trying to push us backwards at this time. And it's up to us to choose in our personal life to find our sense of power over our life again. It's really easy to give our power away. It's so easy to give our power away. Truly, it's probably one of the easiest things you can do. is give your power away and slip into victim, especially if you weren't taught as a child that you have power. If you're hopping on and you want a card, share this video, put an 8 in the comments to let me know you shared. Say hey when you're hopping on, let me know you're here. So, hi, Banks. Thanks for hopping on. Hey, everybody here. If you guys aren't drinking water, be sure to be drinking lots of water at this time. Where do you let your thoughts control you? I want you to be asking yourself that right now. Where do you let your own thoughts control you? Lindsay, I see your 8. Where are you letting your thoughts control you? Where are you letting outside propaganda control your thought processes? We have to fight in this world to create safe space. If you're hopping on and you want a card, share this video. Put an 8 in the comments to let me know you shared. We have to fight to feel that sense of power that we have a choice. There's so much in this world that tries to bring us down and tries to tell us that we don't have a choice in the matter and that we're not enough and that we have to seek validation and approval from others in order to know that we are worthy in this world. Thank you for the gifts. And thank you for the follow. If you want a card, share this video, put an 8 in the comments to let me know you shared. I want to honor the density of the 3D. It can feel really heavy right now, and I want you to know you're not alone in that heaviness. And it doesn't have to be a bad heavy. It can be like, I'm carrying a workload. There's a lot of work ahead of me. If I really want to become this powerful person that I am claiming to be, that I am telling the world that I am, that I believe that I am, I have to work for it. I have to initiate myself in taking radical responsibility for how I identify myself, how I see myself. And that's the growth right now. And it starts with what we think about ourselves. So I'm going to ask that question again. What do you think about you? And I'm going to ask the other question I asked before. How much are you letting your thoughts control you? And how much are you letting other people's thoughts about you control you? Let's pull some cards. Lindsay, what is the message? What's the message for Lindsay tonight on this new moon in Gemini? What is the message for Lindsay tonight on the new moon in Gemini? All right, we got the Page of Wands reversed. I feel like there's a restless energy around you needing to take action around something, but you're hesitating. Or you've been taking action and you haven't been seeing the results and it's causing disappointment. And I feel like this is a message to change your perspective on your action. It's not that you're not taking the right actions. It's like, how are you thinking when you take those actions? And I'm also feeling like this is like a burnout card too, like especially with it being reversed. I feel like there's like a verge of being burnt out. Like you've been giving, but where are you ready to receive? Where are you ready to receive? Where are you ready to allow? We have to learn how to regulate our nervous systems in order to really become a powerful person. Becoming a powerful person requires us to know how to regulate ourselves and not worry about ourselves so that we can be of service to others in a way that really helps people know that, like, we're here for them. We have to let go of that, like, what's in it for me, or that worry that we're not going to be supported. Yes, if you would like to receive a card, share this video, put an 8 in the comments to let me know you shared so that I can pull you a card. And I just want to honor the duality of life. And I want to honor, like, which side do you want to be on? Which side do you want to be on? Which side of the coin do you want to be on? Lindsay, I'm happy you felt that. All right, let's see who's next. Thank you for the gift, Lindsay. You're so sweet. I appreciate you. Megan, and then Kaj. Megan and then Kaj. I got a donut. How cool. You know, I just was having this moment where, like, today I'm making some big changes in my life. I'm making some really big decisions in my life right now. I'm moving to San Francisco in 3 weeks. I am choosing to recover parts of myself that I abandoned. And I'm choosing to show up and be of service and really, really, truly stand in my integrity this time. Because a lot of what I've done in the past 10 years, I did it from survival mode. I did it from a place of being abused. I didn't do it from a place of, like, power. And I shouldn't say that. It was both. It was both. The lesson of Gemini. You can be dysregulated and serve. You're just not going to serve as your best self. If you're hopping on and you want a card, share this video. Put an 8 in the comments. Let me know you shared. What is the message for Megan tonight on the new moon in Gemini? What is the message for Megan tonight on the new moon in Gemini? All right, Megan, you're going to be publicly recognized for something. 6 of Wands energy. Something that you've been really working hard towards. You're going to get that recognition that you deserve. This is a sign of success. This is a sign of being seen, being celebrated. Even if it's like, see yourself, celebrate yourself for the hard work you've done. You've achieved something, and it's giving celebration. It's giving, I got where I wanted to be, now let me use this energy to get where I want to go. This is also a sign, like, don't rest on your laurels. Like I was saying at the beginning of this video, nothing is truly guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. We have to work hard at the things we want. We have to know that we do have power. So many of us who've been betrayed, who've been abandoned, who've self-sabotaged, we have given up on us. We have given up on ourselves. We have lost sight. You know? But what's so powerful is that we have the ability at any time, in our life to change our mind and to become a completely new person. A completely new person. Taylor said, someone sedate me. I miss my ex. Look, I know firsthand what it feels like to be addicted to love. I know what it's like firsthand to be addicted to validation, to toxic people. And the only thing I can say about those types of feelings that come up when we're in that split energy, when we're not regulated and we're just trying to find a way to feel better, is we have to sit with the feeling. We have to sit with the feeling. I totally will. I'll totally pull a card for both of y'all, for sure. I see your comment. I hope you guys are doing well. We have to sit with it. Oh, we have to sit with it. It's so uncomfortable being human sometimes. I had a session today with a client, and at the end of the session, she was like, I feel so small. And she was like, not like you're making me feel small. It's just that you highlighted all the things I need to be addressing. And I'm like, it's my superpower. And it's like, it kind of sucks that that's my superpower. It's not like I genuinely believe that each and every one of us can be our best selves. I really do believe that. And I believe that we have to commit to that work, and we have to do the work to choose that. We have to do the work to choose that. Okay. Kaj. And then the two on Instagram. Okay. Kaj. What's the message for Kaj for the new moon in Gemini? Okay, we're getting the Justice card reversed for you, Kaj. There's something out of balance. And there's something unjust happening in your life right now. And it's unjust because it's causing an imbalance. Someone is trying to take something from you that isn't theirs. And it doesn't have to be like a physical, it doesn't have to be physical possession. It could be like someone's trying to take your power. Someone's trying to take your worth. I feel like there's a relationship that you're in that's imbalanced. This person can literally not be safe. This person can be like breaking the law, and you're not really aware of it. And so Gemini energy is sneaky, man. Gemini is the trickster, for sure. Our beloved United States president is a Gemini, just to let all of you guys know. If you didn't know that. Yes, he is. If you're hopping on and you want a card, share this video and put an 8 in the comments to let me know you shared. So this is like a warning for you, Kaj. Like, be alert. What is out of balance? What's not adding up? What's not just? What's not fair? Okay? Okay, my Instagram followers. I'll pull 2 cards for you guys. My bar afterlife. I need to come into your bar before I move to San Francisco. Alright, what is the messages? What is the messages from my bar afterlife team? Alright. First card is the 4 of Swords, and the second card is the King of Swords. So, when I look at this card, this is a sign to, like, rest. You might literally be tired. You guys might both literally be tired right now. But also, this is, like, a sign to, like, take a break. Like, the new moon is asking you to, like, rest your mind. Like, you've been thinking about something really hard with the King of Swords. You've been trying to figure something out. You've been trying to assert your mental energy towards something. But the way it's going to get done is through rest and through relaxation and through meditation and through slowing your mind down so you can hear that authority in your head, okay? That's wanting to guide you forward. This to me is like a higher power wanting to speak to you, but you can't hear it when you're not resting and when you're not receiving and when you're not regulated. So this is like a sign to like use that discipline that the King of Swords has to slow down and regulate so that you can move forward with the plan that you have for the coming months. I feel like in the next 6 months, there's like a plan that wants to be executed. And you're going to get clarity through rest and through listening to your inner authority. Okay, Bar Afterlife team. I hope that resonates with you guys. Jesus loves you too. Thank you. Thank you, Chloe. I appreciate that. Yeah, Kaj. Literally, like she's stealing your energy. Oh my god, this fits so well. One of my bestest friends is a Gemini, and I feel like our friendship has been weird. Like she's stealing my energy. Yeah, something's out of balance. Something is out of balance. You are so welcome. If you're hopping on, share this video. Let me check the other comments as well. Yeah, I mean, the thing about Gemini is that it is two-sided. Hey, Christine. Hey, Tatiana. Christine, if you want a card, share this video and put a 8 in the comments. Let me know you shared. Everybody who's hopping on that would like to receive a card, share this video and put an 8 in the comments. Let me know you shared. I really feel like Geminis just want to have fun. And when we're having fun, all types of spirits can get invited into that space. And we have to be mindful of like literally having too much fun. Like trickster energy, you know, mind control energy. The energy that what you think can be distorted by the outside world. There's a lot of mind control propaganda on planet Earth. Because when we focus our thoughts, we manifest our world. We have to get the noise. Like, get the noise out of your head. Get the noise out of your head. So before I hopped onto this live video, real talk, I have been scrolling all day. Hey, Amber. I've been scrolling all day. I've been obsessing about things. I've been letting my mind control me all day. And I had this moment where I was like, no, I need to like slow down and I need to give myself some energy work. And I need to chill. I'm not gonna, I've recently stopped using, I've stopped gardening, as we call it. If you know what gardening is, you know what I'm talking about. I've stopped gardening, which is a habit that I have had for, what, wait, dang, for 17 years, I've gardened. I've gardened for 17 years. I'm 34. I started when I was 17. I'm not talking about the gardening you do outside. I'm talking about the gardening that affects your lungs. And it's wild how my whole entire nervous system was built around regulating that. Like, or my whole entire regulation system was built around that habit. And it's insane how being in an abusive relationship caused me to become more powerless around that. And it's also insane how I have to actively choose to rewire those habits and say no to myself. I have to set that boundary with myself. I'm literally about to go to school for 5 years to get a doctorate, and I'm going to be studying addiction. There's a part of me that really wants to commit to not using anything, not using relationships to escape, not using gardening to escape, not using drinking to escape, while simultaneously understanding why me, myself, and I, and many people choose to escape this reality. It is not that it's not that easy on earth. There's challenges, there's obstacles. What feels good to me when I am at my best, and what I've noticed about other people when they're at their best, they're choosing themselves. They're facing that inner child inside of them that never got that love, that never got that validation, that never got that connection that they really wanted in the ways that they really wanted. And they're becoming their own inner loving parents. And they're learning how to nurture themselves and set boundaries with themselves and respect those boundaries. And they're not relying on other people to do that for them. And we just had Saturn move into Aries for like the next 6 weeks. It is really about the karmic lesson of choosing yourself and choosing to assert yourself and choosing your identity and not letting other people, even your parents from your childhood, like what they did should no longer affect your identity anymore. And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, you can just like wipe that away. No, you have to become aware of it. You have to do the work, which somebody asked me the other day when I was like talking about astrology and like doing the work, and someone was like, well, how do you do the work? It is time consuming. You commit to it. There's certain tools you use. You know, my sessions are a way for you to become aware of your things. And through that process, your psychic gifts turn on. You become better at the things you do. You become more aware. You know, and I'm in the midst of one of the biggest transformations of my life. I am moving to an entirely new city, and I'm going to be pursuing a 5-year doctorate degree while running my business and taking care of my 2 kids. This is a time for me to really step into my power. And I'm not the only one going through this transformation. I'm just talking about this because I know that you guys can relate. You guys are going through similar situations right now. And if you're just hopping on and you want a card, share this video, put an 8 in the comments, let me know you shared. And I feel like this new moon, like everybody's like, oh, it's your new life. Like, don't get me wrong. I am the queen of positivity, and I'm the queen of like believing that you have to believe. You have to have faith. You have to trust in the unseen, because there are miracles that are waiting for you to happen, and you get to align with that through your choice. And it's both. It's both. We have to honor the density of life. We have to honor the challenges and the obstacles and the hard work and what it takes. What does it take from you to become the person that you are being asked to become? All right, I got you, my girl, living that fit life. It's good to see you. You know, like, you want to lose weight. What does it take for you to lose the weight? And there's so many ways to do the things, and we all want the path of least resistance. We all want the path of least resistance. We all want to feel like life is just a dream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. I don't think Saturn and Aries wants anything else from us other than to like really work hard on our self-concept and our identity. You know, we're seeing the beginning of a shift and a change. We're going to have to fight for it inside of ourselves. It's not going to come easy. But mind you, Saturn's going retrograde in July, family. So it's going to go back into Pisces. One deal I've made with myself is that I'm not giving my power away to the stars anymore. I in order to be who I'm here to be, I have to believe and know and trust in my power. And I have to believe and know and trust that I can be that independent person and that I can be self sufficient and that I can change my family karma. And I'm speaking like about myself, but I know you guys can relate, you know? Um, okay, living that fit life. I'm gonna pull a card for you. If you're just hopping on and you want to share this video and put an 8 in the comments to get a card, do that. What is the message for living that fit life for the new moon in Gemini? Oh my god, this is crazy. This is crazy because I literally just pulled this exact card for somebody in the exact position. And I just shuffled the deck. You guys have just watched me shuffle the deck like 8 times. So there is action that you are, this is the burnout. I feel like you're burnt out from the action you're taking, but it's not an action problem. It's a mindset problem. You're taking the right action living that fit life. You are taking the right steps, but you're not believing in the steps that you're taking. And that's causing delay. Um, and you could feel really burnt out right now. You could feel like it's not working. You could feel like you're stuck where you're at. And like the Page of Wands reverse is asking you to slow down and work on your mind and take strategic action from a place of knowing that you can do it. You know? Let me know if that resonates. Leslie, I will definitely pull you a card for the new moon in Gemini. Y'all don't forget, I have private one-on-one sessions available, 90 minutes for $222. And in those sessions, we do a deep dive into your astrology. We work with transformational tarot. We do 33 chakra DNA activation work. And we do life coaching and positive psychology. You can send me a DM so you can sign up for your session. I would love to help you. There is something so valuable about getting help from someone else, and I can speak firsthand. I think a lot of people don't feel that they deserve to be helped. You know, I feel like a lot of people don't even believe that getting help from someone else can actually change their life. But I'm here to tell you that it can and it will. So just take that leap of faith. You're not going to regret a session with me. It's gonna be a pillar. You're gonna get so much value out of it. So much more than $222 worth of value is gonna come out of a session with me. And it's tailored to you and your needs. So whatever it is, Leslie, what is the message for Leslie tonight? What is the message for Leslie? Okay, Leslie, there's something in your life that you're dealing with somebody who's emotionally immature. King of Cups reversed, and you might not be necessarily facing the situation with a mature attitude at this time. Like I'm literally feeling like there's like a wounded inner child trigger that's coming up right now, and you're reacting instead of responding. And it might be this person too. It might be the person that you're dealing with might be doing this, but this is a sign that I really do feel like it's a man in your life that like is like not the King of Cups. Like he's not emotionally available, not emotionally mature, potentially narcissistic. Seeing that other side of the coin, it's important to be around people. This could be a boss, this could be a coworker, this could be a partner, this could be a sibling, this could be a parent. This could be your own inner masculine energy. Your own inner masculine energy is asking to step up emotionally. To be more emotionally available for yourself. And I feel like this is really attached to your beliefs about what it means to be emotionally mature, and that presence is shifting. You feel me? Let me know if that resonates. So I did a session today. I was telling you guys this before some of you hopped on. I did a session today for a client, and at the end of the session, what came through, my client said to me, I feel small. Like, I didn't expect to feel this small. Hey, Connor. How are you, babe? And she was like, You didn't make me feel small. This was not. She was like, This isn't how I wanted you to meet me the first time. And I was like, thinking about it, and I was like, Yeah, like sometimes, like, when we shine the light, everything gets seen. It's like opening a closet door where there's a mess, and you're like shining the light, and you're like, oh, there's that, there's that, there's that. And then it takes time to process, you know? Sometimes we literally just have to take the action to move the needle forward. Instant gratification is not sustainable. Instant gratification is not sustainable. That's not how people build sustainable relationships, businesses, connections, families. You know, when I was at the height of my addiction, my love addiction, where I was choosing men that I could save to validate myself and feel worthy, I was seeking an instant family to cover up my betrayal wound from my kid's dad leaving me for my best friend and getting her pregnant. You guys have heard me say it a million times. Um, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna like find. I was like spiritually gaslighting myself essentially, and being like, yeah, you're just gonna find, your next twin flame. It's fine. I was being delusional. I had my rose colored glasses on, and I was being delusional because I did not want to deal with the pain. I did not want to feel my inner child pain and suffering of my dad leaving and my dad being an addict and my dad abandoning me. Like, it literally felt like the grief was gonna kill me. And if you've ever been through a breakup, or if you've ever been betrayed, or if you've ever lost something you love deeply, you know that feeling I'm talking about. And it has taken 3 years of consistent therapy. Like, I have been in therapy for 3 years to confront my complex PTSD, my addictive behaviors, and it's not linear. It's not linear. Like, breaking out of a cycle really, it's work, y'all. Like, changing the way you think about things, the way you see yourself. And it takes time. And if you're hopping on and you want a card, share this video. Put an 8 in the comments, let me know you shared. And so, like, my invitation to you all when I offer you a session is an invitation for you to prioritize yourself. And it's an invitation for you to take ownership over your life and to show up and to do this work and to invite spirit in to help you do this work. And so my 90-minute sessions are $222. You can send me a DM to sign up. I would love to serve you. I'd love to take all this beautiful energy and just focus it all on you and your needs. Amber. What is the message for Amber for the new moon in Gemini? What is the message for Amber for the new moon in Gemini? All right, Amber, we're dealing with the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords to me is letting go of that old sad story. It's not necessarily a heartbreak, although it could be. Like, you could be like parting ways with something that, it feels sad, but it's also like a departure. Like, you're leaving something behind that is hurting you. It's not for you. Like, whatever it is you're leaving behind is hurting you. It's not for you, and you deserve peace. Whew. Yeah, and I'm just like feeling like choosing yourself is a muscle that you have to build, especially when you were not taught to choose yourself. And I mean, let's face it, none of us really were. If you grew up in this world and this in society, I believe that you have healing work to do. We all have healing work to do. No one is exempt. And I feel like this Three of Swords for you, Amber, is like, I want to say that your guides are like, give yourself permission to heal, give yourself permission to grieve, give yourself permission to feel deeply, you know, the sadness, the betrayal, the loss, the abandonment, the ending, the departure, like release. This is like release it from your heart, you know? So, one other thing I've been really working on is codependency. I look back at my life since I've been recovering these parts of myself through therapy, through working a program, through my spiritual work. I have been realizing like how much I have sought outside validation my whole entire life to know that I'm enough because I never got that feeling instilled in me from my parents. They were not capable of helping me build my sense of worth. They just weren't. And even today, my mom is like texting me and she's like, "I miss you. Call me." Like, so needy, so codependent. And it's like, that is a reflection for me. I have been that way. My whole, like, literally my whole life I've been that way because that was the behavior that was mirrored to me. And it's like, I want to show up in my power. I don't want to obsess or need or like long or like, I just want to know, like, I got me. And again, we're just going to talk about that Saturn and Aries. I feel that that's really what Saturn and Aries is asking of us, is like to know that like you got you no matter what. You're you're your source. Source is in you and you are your source. And we're all learning how to function in this society that works the way that it works, that we have no control over. However, we do have personal power. We do. We have personal power. And I feel like for us neurodivergent, um, spiritual people, the world does not work the same way for us. It does not. It does not. I'm like literally reprogramming my brain right now. Amber says, my badass goddesses always trying to cut things out to the end of personal power. How do you want to show up? Who do you want to be? Do you identify with the person you are wishing to become? And there can be parts of your identity that are there, but are you all there? And this is the work we do in the sessions with me. There's there's something we all want, you know? Excuse me. I'm clearing that for us. Clearing any confusion and any delusion for the collective, clearing any mind control for the collective. Whew. Clearing any numbing behavior, any powerlessness, any victim. On a microcosmic level, you are 100% in control of what you wish to create in your life. If you're here on this live video and you're hearing that, that message is for you. You really have that much power over your life. The power of deciding. It's when we are indecisive that we do not see our true self and become it. And it's not like that doubt and that fear and that mental chatter just goes away. You just get stronger. You just learn to say no more. You just learn to have better boundaries. You just learn how to navigate life better. And of course, there's always unforeseeable challenges. But but the unforeseeable challenges can be overcome. They can be overcome. They can be let go of. They can be transformed and transmuted. You know? There's something that you are being asked to do that's scary, and you're going to have to do it scared. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you have to do it in a dysregulated way. But that fear doesn't have to control you. Mind control is often rooted in spreading fear. That you're not accepted, that you're not safe, that you're not enough, that there isn't enough, that there's scarcity, that there's lack. That there's no way that it's going to happen, that you can't do it. Without the contrast, we can't know what we want or need. Right? And without the contrast, how would we know that good was good? Without the contrast, how would we know who we really are? And it's just the world we live in, too. The contrast is just a reminder. I've been going through like a reawakening, essentially. Hey, Liv. Liv the Scorpio. I'm Liv. I'm Lightworker Liv. Another Liv on my live. I love it. I've been like recently reawakening. I've been going through a reawakening period as I come back into lightworking. And I mean, I'm back. I'm back. So I'm here for it. Drink your water. Drink your water. Yeah, I've been like waking up. I've been remembering. And then Liv is a Scorpio too. I love that. Live, and then my ascendant is in Scorpio. I'm an Aquarius. And my moon is in Leo. It's funny when you like I was telling you guys that I have recently stopped gardening, and not the type of gardening you do in the earth, but like the gardening you do with your lungs. And I literally have gardened every day since I was 17 years old. And that's when the abuse I was experiencing in my home started becoming the worst. That's when the verbal and psychological abuse started becoming the worst. So of course I sought out regulation and connection through substance use. And you know, it's never really ruined my life, but it's controlled my life. It has controlled my life. Okay, there's this picture that I have right here. This is me and my daughter. When my daughter was like a baby. She's 11 now. And I was like a baby too. But this is like a perfect example of how gardening controlled my life. I missioned on the bus an hour and a half just to pick up because I was having such a dysregulating day. And the only way I knew how to regulate was through substance use. Like, It was the only way. It was the only tool I had. Even like, it was because it's instant. And when you're in fight or flight, and when you're in a trauma response, and when you have complex PTSD and you're neurodivergent, it feels like so much work to sit down and meditate or to breathe. And like, when you're not getting support from a life coach and a therapist and a community of people that understand what you're going through, of course you're going to reach for something close to you that's quick, that's easy, that's instant. But that creates dependency, right? And so for the past 17 years, I have been dependent. My best friend was like, your whole entire nervous system is designed around you gardening. And that really hit me, you know? I was like, yeah, you're right. And it's, man, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm like, yeah, like I'm feeling my feelings, but I have tools now. I have tools that help me regulate in ways that I don't have to like hurt myself. And I'm not saying there's not benefits to gardening, there are. But like for me, I have asthma. I don't need to be putting that in my lungs, and you can't eat that all the time and function. And it's like I have to learn a new way. And I feel like that's what Aries is here to teach us, like whatever your way is, like you're here to learn a new way of taking action. You're here to learn a new way of being independent. You're here to learn a new way of seeing yourself. If you're hopping on and you want a card for the new moon, share this video and put an 8 in the comments to let me know you shared. And I'll pull you a card. I feel that personal transformation happens, right, Liv? Right? I feel like personal transformation happens when you hit that point and you're just like, something has to change. Something has to give. Ari. What is the message for Ari for the new moon in Gemini? What is the message for Ari for the new moon in Gemini? All right, Ari, you're not seeing things clearly right now. Your vision is clouded. If there's one piece of advice I could give you, Ari, and I could give everybody else on this live right now, go sit down and meditate. I know it's hard, but like it's actually really powerful to like close your eyes, take a deep breath. Whew. Let's just do it now. Let's just close our eyes for like 2 seconds. Take a deep breath. We all have our attachment styles. Not many of us have secure attachment styles. We've all experienced something traumatic. We all need to get that clarity. And Ari, for you specifically, this card for you is like you're not seeing things clearly right now. Your vision is clouded. Your attachment style is anxious. You're being asked to regulate. So I have been noticing this thing. Are you guys on Threads? Let me know if you're on Threads. Give me some hearts if you're on Threads. If you should follow me there. I think a lot of you found me on Threads, but if you're not on Threads, follow me there. I was like, you know, scrolling Threads, ba da ba da ba, and I came across this post of this spiritual person or whatever that has like 30,000 followers, and she was like, Saturn in Aries is here to teach you about responsibility and accountability. And I got so triggered because I was like, that is not the lesson of Saturn in Aries. That is the lesson of Saturn in general. And I made this post about how there's so much bad astrology out there. Like, astrology is super trendy right now. I've been studying astrology since I was 15 years old. So I've literally been studying astrology for 20 years. I'm going to be 35 next year. And so blessed. I'm so blessed to be on this planet. I'm so blessed to be in a body that is going to make it a long, 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 long time. Oh, I'm so blessed. And you guys need to tap into that gratitude too. When we when we forget that, when we're like going through the hard times and bada bada ba and like life feels like dense, the best way to raise your vibration is to be grateful that you are on planet Earth having a human experience. This is a gift. I know that it's hard. I know that there's challenges. I know that there's things, it's both, right? It's happy, it's sad, it's all the things, right? But like, you're alive, you're breathing, you're living. You are living. Find that gratitude. So anyways, that came through. But I made this post. I was like, God, like, you guys don't listen to every astrologer on the internet. And like, so many people liked it, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm not the only one that's thinking this. Great. And it was like, yeah, like, both sides of the coin, right? Like, there's the real ones and then there's the fake ones. And we're in this position right now where we got North Node in Pisces. Saturn is going to go back into Pisces. It's a time of dissolving the illusions. It's a time of taking off the rose colored glasses and seeing things for what they really freaking are and not being delusional. You know? My Saturn return was so hard. Oh my god, my Saturn return was so hard. I was running my business while dealing with abuse, while facing homelessness, while trying to find stability. My Saturn is in Capricorn, so it was like release codependency, girl. And like, there is this boss girl inside me. There is a CEO, famous rich girl inside me that wants to come out so badly, and has been so repressed because she never got the validation that she and the love that she deserved. And it was like, my Saturn return was so hard. And I'm 34. I'm 34 and a half. I'll be 34 and a half in July. And I feel like it has just let up. It has literally just let up. So if you are like in your first Saturn return, your second Saturn return, if you're in your Saturn return, do whatever you can. And I mean, like, look, everybody's different. Like, I have an intense birth chart. I have a lot of oppositions. I have a lot of squares. I came in with a lot of karma to change, but I have the power to do it. And I have to remember that I have the power to do it, and I have to connect to my power by loving myself. And everybody's chart is different, right? Which is why in my sessions, the first thing we do is look at your chart, not only for a way for me to get to know you, but also for a way to for you to really get to know yourself. And anybody who gets a session with me is like, I've never had anything done like this before, because you haven't. There's nobody on the internet doing sessions the way that I do sessions, and that's just facts. And it's an accumulation of the 10 years of work that I've done. So if you're ready for your session, just send me a DM. 90 minutes for 222. I'd love to serve you. Astrology, tarot, life coaching, positive psychology, 33 chakra DNA activation work. If you're just hopping on, share this video. Put an 8 in the comments. Let me know you shared so I can pull you a card. Yeah, so life is exciting and dull. Life is good and bad. Life is a blessing and it's hard. We get to decide every day which side of the coin we're going to identify the most with. We get to decide every single day, am I going to identify with life being hard, or am I going to identify with life being easy? And it's really your perspective. It's how your mind chooses to process and see it. You know? It is. And it's work. It's work, but is it worth it? Let me work it. Literally, like, you are worth the work. What else are you gonna do on this planet? Not become your best self? How lame. Like, no offense. No judgment. But, like, really, like, what else are we gonna do? It is a protest to become your best self. It is a revolutionary choice for you to decide to become your best self. It is. It's revolutionary to be in your personal power at a time like this. At any time on planet Earth, it has been a revolutionary. It has been revolutionary. It has. For you to not let life control you and say, like, I have what it takes to be my best self. I have what it takes to help other people become their best selves. I have what it takes. And I'm going to wake up every day and choose to put my mind and wrap my mind around that. I'm not going to shrink my power to make others feel comfortable. I'm going to put myself in environments where my power is celebrated. Right? And I'm not talking just about myself. Like, I'm talking, like, collective I. One of the greatest things you can do in your life is choose to heal yourself. And healing, first of all, cannot be done alone. I think, especially if you're a healer, you should be investing in healing. For sure. If you're a healer, invest in your healer. Like, find a healer that you are comfortable with and invest in your healing. Because it's going to show you the value of the work you offer, and you're going to be put in a position to receive, which is so important. Which is so important. Too many people are out here just like that page of wands reverse came out twice. For Lindsay and for Liv. Like, it's like, don't burn yourself out thinking that you have to, like, just hustle and not receive. Like, that's not the way. You, like, life is challenging and you're supported. Life is good and there's obstacles. I am grateful for who I am, and I'm still working on myself. It's important. You are important. You're important, babe. Like, your presence on this earth is important. I want you to feel that. Hey, Jessica. How you doing, mama? You're important. The work you are here to do is important. Every little thing counts. Every little thing counts. If you're just hopping on and you want a card, share this video. Dang, we've already been live for an hour. Let's go. I've just been... My Mars and Gemini is all activated. We get to transform, we get to change, we get to grow, we get to release anxiety and fear, we get to regulate. Even though life is challenging, we get to have an extraordinary life. When we choose it, and when we allow it, and when we let it in. And I would love to be a part of your journey. If you're ready for your 90-minute session with me for 222, send me a DM. And in this session, we do astrology, tarot, life coaching. We do 33 chakra DNA activation work, which will turn on all your gifts maximum and help you regulate and clear on a cellular level. And the session is recorded, so you get to watch it over and over and over and over and over. Send me a DM. Send me a DM. That's funny, Amber. I'm curious what your placements are and why that's important for you specifically. Everybody has a specific encodement of how they're going to get through their process and what's going to work best for them, and that's why we look at the astrology in the session, because it's already written in the stars. And if you, even if you know your astrology, getting a reading is going to change your life, because you've, I have like the gift of gab. Obviously, I literally just talked to you guys for like an hour. And so part of my gift that comes through when I do my sessions is I know the exact words to say to help you get clarity and like turn on the thing that needs to be turned on. And then my energy work is just out of this world powerful. It's like nothing you've ever experienced. Even if you're an energy worker, all I've done is worked on energy workers and trained energy workers on how to do this energy work. Should I say energy work one more time? Energy work. Um, but the astrology is like, the way that I read it is just so different because I'm channeling and I have the gift of gab. So I know what words to say that are going to change the way you see yourself, that are going to help you understand how to move through life better. So I'd love to serve you. Send me a DM. I can't wait to connect with you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and for the love. Go meditate and drink some water. Mwah. And I will see you next time. Bye.